Oh, that's odd. I lost my... Usually OBS has like a little chat feature that I can look at. Hmm. OBS, what's going on here? No. No. Biddy biddy boo. That's really odd. Let's see. There it is. Round two. Hey, Tyler. There we go. OBS has all these new fancy features, like you can put... Yeah, you can put like the chat on screen. Right through OBS. Like I don't have to even look at YouTube, which is really nice. Which is very nice. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see how much more I can get done. I do want to play some Stellaris or something soon. It must be a year. Yeah, well, I got some free time and I'm feeling healthy and yeah. I chose not to get any other work done today. I was just like, I'm not gonna do any other life work. I'm just gonna play games and code. That's my goal. I mean, I got my new PC. You know, I was thinking about I got a new PC. I still have my old graphics card. It's still a 1080 Ti. It is Leon. You know, that is from the wallpaper engine. I actually have a different one from on my left monitor. I have a different one. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let me close some things here. Well, my dog is eating paper. What are you doing? Hey, get that out of your mouth. Oh, my dog is starting to eat weird stuff from trash can. Get out of here. Go on. Alright. Anyway. You're looking at a black screen. Better CPU, yes. I got I think the same CPU that most everyone's getting. The 1200K. The 12... Shit, what is it again? I don't remember. I had a really old computer. And... Hold on, my dogs are being a little nosy right now. Alright, what do I got here? I got me a 12700K. And just some nice DDR5 memory, new motherboard. Well, I still have my 1080 Ti GPU, but that's, I mean, it works much better. Let me see if I can add my other screen here. Let's see, screen 2. Because I have this other really cool... Yeah, here, let me close this. There's some really cool backgrounds. This one's not animated, but I really like the darker backgrounds, especially at nighttime. So I got this one here as well as my other side, and then the fighting that you saw in the other one. 1080. Ooh. I mean, it's better than what I had. I can't remember what I had before, but it was old. It was about 5-6 years old by now. But still very fortunate. Like, it wasn't a bad CPU at all, but it was starting to show its age. And I want to get a graphics card, but those are just now coming down in prices. Including film. You got a 3070, nice. Yeah, I want to get a 3070 or something. I want to do what I did before. This 1080 Ti I bought so long ago. I bought it so long ago. and I kept it forever, so I want to buy a really good card. I don't want to buy like a, just, you know, an average card, because my thing is usually to spend money, not top end, but pretty close on things that'll last me a while, so I don't have to touch it in a long time. I think I even had my old case for like 10 years. I finally got a new case and everything, which was a big upgrade for me. Alright, anyway. I gotta figure out where I left off here. Let me bring up this here. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Right, we're going to be working on fixing bugs and things that we see coming up. Arrival. Oh, I think we know what. Yeah, I think I fixed that bug. We're just not going to use that. I have to set it up with spawn. Do that later. Okay. Let's work on AI assaulting towns. That's something I really want to do. So, a lot of these I'm actually just going to disconnect right now, so it does not confuse this poor FSM. But they're going to be there because there's a lot of little trees we're going to have to go. But the first thing I'm going to do is just have the AI spawning and capturing. And we should probably add another one here that says capture. Let's call it zone check. So maybe we can have the AI like recapture zones or something. Okay. And this will be run first. Actually, this will be run 97. Fourth. So from left to right, we're going to go in this order. So now we're getting to the fun part. So we're going to start, this is the loop, the assault loop. This is going to be, until the assault is done, this is going to be the fun part. Everything else up to this is the boring logistical crap. That's very important, but not as exciting. So transportation, setup, spawning of things. Now we can work on the assaulting. It's also going to include improving the defenses and how it feels as well. That's something that is lacking right now. But first we need to spawn groups, so we're going to set a couple of variables here. Spawn groups, group spawn limit. We're going to have only a total of 12 groups, each consisting of 12 people. I'm putting it here because it will change. Oh my goodness, my dog is just going crazy. I'm going to have to... I just fed him dinner, and he's acting like he's never been fed before. Okay. Alright. Alright, so 12 groups, 12, yeah, that's a lot, but we have it as a variable here that I can turn down later. Right now I'm just going to let it go crazy. Well, I don't know if I want to go too crazy. Actually, let's do 3. We need like a hard limit. No, we don't. I have an idea. Okay, I got an idea for this. So let's just do 3 groups right now. I'm even going to be more careful than that. I'm going to do 2. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. I'm trying to think where to go, but if I could just have it be a variable I can turn on and off, like I can go up or down, then yeah, this will help. So for spawn groups, we'll have spawn groups. Actually, we'll have assaulting groups. We'll have retreating groups. And then we can have, we'll add things like here. We can like sniper groups or tank groups. You know, you get the idea. Heli groups. Let's see, jet group. We might even need these. But these are just ideas, but we're gonna really just start with these here. Alright. So group spawn limit. So what we're going to do is essentially count for the number of assaulting groups. If it's less than this number here, then we spawn groups, right? Assaulting groups. If the count, why did my computer make that noise? If the count of assaulting groups is less than the group spawn limit, less than the group spawn limit, then we need to spawn some groups. And I think I will have these be done in FSM style. This will be done in FSM style. Oh no, I think I'll do functions. This is the part I want to really make sure is locked in pretty tight, because this is pretty important. So let's try this first. If I don't like this, then I can easily transfer the code back straight into the FSM. We're gonna do spawn assault squad. Let me spell this correctly. This has to be a call function as well. All these are going to be call functions just because I need to return variables to them. I wouldn't need to because I can always set FSM variables, but I'm trying to avoid that right now. And this should be relatively simple. So one thing we'll probably need to return to it I'm just going to bring up all this information that we already have access to. And then we also have access to, don't forget about the respawn points. So I'm just putting variables here that I'm going to need later. Okay, we have the mortars as well. So we already have a mortar group. I forgot about that. We also have an advanced artillery group. Okay, and then we have, what else do we have here then? Then we create, the radar tower and barracks array here. From file array, okay. So what we're probably going to want is to pass through the barracks array. Oh, I see why. The side that we're spawning these in. So like west, and that's where they should be spawning. And probably should be passing if they should be advanced units or not, right? Which I defined back here. Essentially what I'm using, if we don't have static weapons spawned, then we're not using advanced units, because advanced units come with the static weapons. They kind of go hand in hand. So then we want to pass this, because if this is false, then we don't use the advanced units. So the barracks array, okay. What else would we need? I don't know if we would need, oh, of course we would need the town information, the town that we're attacking. Because we're going to need to pull we might as well pull the commander data as well, which I don't even remember what the commander data is. We have commander data name. Wait, what? What is commander data name? Okay, we need to look this up. I know the commanders have different personalities already. Okay. Commander data is, I'm assuming, the actual fighting styles, force focus, and targeted zones. I forgot that she's in there. Okay. This is kind of the downside to like not coding super frequently. Bam, ba-da, bam. This music. Do I do the commander data down here? Yeah, I do. But I kind of want to get the variable too in case it changes, right? So it's kind of like this. Okay. Learning old stuff is so much fun. So we just call it the commander data. We don't need the commander data. Oh, we do need that. We don't need commander data. Okay. So under here we're going to create a function. Okay. Let me try to set this up properly. Function that handles the spawning of assault squads for the objective. And we can add in like costs and things like that, so this will definitely be changed in the future. Right now I'm not worrying about costs at all. It's already implemented, like the structures take money, but I just give the commanders infinite money right now. Because that can be implemented afterwards pretty easily. It's set up for it. So we're passing, where the parameters we're passing is this as a side to spawn the units for. One is it's an array of structures to spawn from. And I believe the barracks array returns yeah, barracks and generator. So, and the generators, yeah. So there we go. Barracks and generator. The barracks is invincible. Okay, number 2 is static weapons used. It's a bool, so true or false. Are static weapons deployed? If true, this means we can spawn more advanced troops since static weapon usage and advanced units are tied together. Okay. Enemy town. Object. Enemy town to assault. 4 is going to be a string commander information. Can be gathered by using these commands here. Okay, return is going to be an array. Groups. Okay. So, and one thing we need to do is this count assaulting groups. Yeah, minus the group spawn limit. So we need to do one more here. We need to do group spawn limit minus the count of the assaulting groups. This will tell us how many to spawn. That'll be number, amount of groups to create. And this is going to be creating the, let's get rid of that. This will be overriding the assaulting groups. Overwrites the groups. Thought that one more groups. So another array. Current assaulting groups. Because then we pass through. We're gonna have to pass through assaulting groups. Okay. Phew. So spawning units is going to be relatively simple. We're going to use, we already have that code done, right? So instead of just rewriting everything, we're going to come back down here, where we define the squads. And we have basic infantry squads here. We're going to pull some stuff. This is how we use our hash maps. Hash maps are very efficient ways to look through like long lists. That's right. Because another thing we can also have right is going to be sniper support. We're going to have MG support as well, right? Heavy weapons guys. So let's add that as a list of things to do. Right now we're just doing the groups that are pushing in. So these are the two things that we need to pull the information. So first we should figure out the class names we will be using. For these, we want to also check, you know, it would be helpful if I set my params up, huh? Essentially, we're just going to take these. So let's group count, and we'll do current groups. So params essentially pulls all these things here and allows me to interact with them in this function. Functions are nice because if there's an error, then I can tweak them within the function itself. And I'm probably going to have to make a way that I can execute these functions in a way that I can retest them on the fly, because having to reload every time as a bug is going to get old very fast. Okay. We also need to check what we're going to be doing is, and we'll add some things in here later, like if they'll blow a certain amount of money or something, they rely on the weaker troops, but we won't worry about that right now. We'll just do if they have static weapons, then this, else that, and we'll do squad class names equals, we'll make that empty right now. And essentially, if we have static weapons, or if we don't have static weapons, then we use basic infantry. If we have static weapons, then we use advanced infantry. Simple as that. And then now we need to spawn them in. Again, code that I already have, so I'm going to come down here And you see I already have the manpower and costs in here. But we're, again, ignoring that. We're going to go ahead and go up here, where I have them spawning in. Alright, first we want to create the actual group. So we're going to do group equals create group side. And this is actually going to be in a an account. So for each, or for I do for step. I always forget this. Hold on. It's all colored and stuff now. I always forget this for some reason. Alright, from 1 to the group count, do the following. So if there's 2 groups, make 2. If there's 3, there needs to be 3. Right now we're just doing 2, I believe. This should make it fairly compatible. Because we also can increase maybe that group size depending on the commander's focus. If infantry focus, then go back and add that in as well. And then we will the barracks array. Let's see, we're going to have them spawn from random barracks. Select random, boom. Actually, each time a squad spawns, is there just at a random position. And then we want to select 0. Let's use git pause. Alright. Good. Good. We'll do that too, just in case. Alright. So this will spawn the groups in, and which is great. And then it should return the current groups back out. Okay, so when we come back out to, so this will spawn in the units. And then it comes up back to here, and this is actually going to be, it's going to return essentially a updated variable for the assault squad. So assaulting groups, okay. Okay. And we could put a timer on this as well. We might have to do that. We'll worry about that later. Sometimes you don't want to get stuck in all the details, just need to get something. So we have retreat groups here, which will run next. Okay, so this just spawns the groups. So they just spawn in, and this function doesn't make them do anything else. Because that's going to be handled by this infantry orders command here, where it's going to go, okay, here you all are, let's attack these things. And I'm going to start with it being pretty basic, besides having them each go to a different kind of zone, and then push in from there. Alright. because I don't want them pushing in on top of each other. Okay, now how do we do the retreating? So we're going to do another function. It's going to be called disfunc retreat. Let's call it assess retreat. And what this function is going to do is going to, if a squad takes X amount of losses, we know there's going to be 12 of them. Yeah, we'll just say, hey, if they're at, we'll assume the minimum should always be 12 in these. That's just ArmA default, I think, or something like that. So it's 12. If it gets lower, is it 12? Hold on. I should probably double check that. I believe it should be 12. So that's going to be a big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay. Good thing I checked. So these spawn in 8. And I could make these bigger. It's going to be 8. Squads of 8, which is going to be fine. So say they get to 4. Yeah, 50%, which is much more. You know, that's pretty. That's more than decimation, right? So we are going to. I should do this. Last updated on 5.7. Function that handles the assessment of squad strength and whether they should retreat or not. Okay, so this one shouldn't need too much to be passed to it. We just might need the assaulting groups variable that we already have defined. And this is going to be an array of groups to be assessed. And then we should probably have the fallback point that we're going to need, which is this initial frontline setup pause. Just have them retreat back there. And actually, we can also just do. Actually, I think it would make more sense to navigate to the corner navigation array first. So the reason for this is if they're trying to run away, so we're going to make it so that they don't even shoot or anything, they just full on sprint away. It looks like they're full on retreating. So you have the enemy town here in red, and then, oops, say you have a squad is in here who's taking a lot of losses, but the, I don't know, the fob is here. I don't want them running this way into the enemy fire. I want them to go use these little edge circles that I created. I'd rather them fall back here, and then come around that way. So we're going to try to do that. No, they're not going to be perfect with that, but they're going to be better than running straight at the player. So, and then we can do things so that they're retreating. Maybe they call for smoke or something, right? Maybe we can code that in there. So maybe we want to pass. Well, first we want to pass the corner navigation array. So we're definitely going to want to pass that. And I will even start making the params now. So we're going to have the assaulting groups that we're going to be assessing for squad. We're going to have the corner navigation array. And then array of points on the perimeter of the objective. AI will use these to retreat more, in quotes. More better. There we go. Okay, and then we might as well code some fun things in there, right? So we can pass the mortar group. And artillery group and that would be group. Mortar group. Group. This is going to be the artillery group. And then we probably should include this as well. Initial frontline all set up. It's going to be, I just think this position, array, position, frontline setup, pause. Okay. Ah, this song. Turn down just slightly. It is very good. Woo! So we have assaulting groups, corner navigation array, mortar group, artillery group, initial frontline position. Look at that. Alright, and this is actually going to overwrite both assaulting groups and retreating groups. So we got to keep that in mind. Overrides the assaulting groups and retreating groups array. So this means that we're going to take units who are assaulting and going into retreat mode are going to be taken out of the assaulting group array. So another squad can spawn in, but then we can still manage the other groups through the retreating groups array. So they kind of get moved around. So this is going to define both of that, and we'll definitely get to that. So, okay. I think we have everything that we need. So first we have all the assaulting groups. So we're just going to do a giant for each. For every group that we're assaulting, we want to assess what is their strength. So we'll just do units will retreat at 50% strength. So keep in mind this to minimize casualties. Keep in mind this is it'll be simple at first. What I mean by that is I can see a whole bunch of things I want to do right now, but I'm not going to because I'm going to get lost in the details, and that means things like having commanders have certain morale would change this number, obviously. You're in a battle, you're getting crushed, your morale's low, you're going to retreat much sooner. So, if count, there's some code here that I already have right here. So if alive x count units underscore x, that should work. Because this is referring to this. Alright, so if 5, so if they're at 4, they run, so 5 is greater than 4, right? So if 5 is greater than the number of alive units, then we need to retreat. So, losing 4 in a squad pushing forward is pretty devastating. I would assume you don't want to just keep pushing into an objective blindly. I know this is a game, so these numbers have to be adjusted. For sure. Okay. Assaulting groups equals assaulting groups minus that. And then we will do, oh wait, do I not pass the retreating groups? I don't need to. I do actually. Oops. Boop, boop. Let's add that on the That's fine. Man, ArmA did a good job. Whoever did this song. Okay, so then we remove them from assaulting groups, put them into retreating groups. Okay, so assign them to the proper group. And we'll even do the check-in here for retreating groups to see if they've made it to the point yet. Oh, we should also do a check. No, let's only check assaulting groups. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. I think that's kind of all we need to do. I think in here, what we do though, just at least in the beginning, is make the AI just disable almost everything for them. So they just run. I want them just to book it. I think we disable auto combat, auto target. I don't know if, yeah, so we'll use a cover. Let's see even their FSM. I don't know what weapon aim does, to be honest. Okay. Right now, again, really simple movement. We need to find their nearest retreat path, closest retreat point. Leader pause equals get pause leader X. Okay, so this finds the closest point for them to retreat. And they're just going to hopefully book it to that. And we'll even set the group. Let's see, there's other commands in there I need to do too. So enable, crap, what is it? Set combat behavior. So I'm going to set combat behavior as careless. Maybe we'll add a waypoint, just for the sake of it. So track them better. Center and radius. Index. This needs to be index. So center, radius, index, I think should be 1. Should be 0. Name. That's kind of cool. I forgot you could do name. Let's get it 0. Okay, set waypoint. Just to really make sure. So waypoint behavior is going to be careless. Alright. Sorry, I was talking to my wife. Then in here as well, we need to try to make this as condensed as possible. We need to have another check that if the retreating squad is on this retreat point, that they start moving towards the objective, their base. So you will actually set a variable to them. Yeah, we'll just do Dissension current retreat waypoint, and then we will. Is there a way to check? I really don't like waypoints because they get. We've seen they're just very finicky. We'll just do the closest retreat point. Is what we'll do. Okay, so that should have them start to retreat if they don't come under heavy fire. And then we have retreating groups, which we got to get in here. And then in the same breath, we want to check on the retreating groups. For each, we'll just stick with the more efficient. More efficient thing, and we'll do a check if there are no alive units in the group. So we gotta do a check here. So if the live count units X is greater than 1, then we're going to assume there's still at least one survivor, and we'll do this. If they are killed, then we need to make sure we take that out of the retreating groups list. I think doing this inside the array messes with it. So what we do is we do something like this little trick like this. Like that. And then retreating groups equals retreating groups minus. I think I have to put it in like that. So I know there's a delete at command, but I swear that command is cursed or addresses memory directly, or it's something. I'm not using it right now. Okay. So anyway, this assumes that the group is dead. Okay. All right. So this pulls it in, and then we want to pull the groups move to pause. There's going to be X get variable. This should already be set, so we shouldn't have to worry about this, but I'm just going to pull that. If underscore leader distance 2D of that location is less than, we'll do 20, then assume retreating force made it if they get within, let's do 40 meters. Let's be very generous with that right now. And then essentially what we want to do is very similar to this, but we want to take the corner navigation array and we want to, how did I do this for the scouts? I should probably, I had this code already for the scouts. Wait. Assault zone. Did I count for this already? I think I need to use assault points. Assault points. I think it is assault points I need to use. Let me double check this. For each corner, okay. So here's the thing is that I subtract it, the scouts remove it as they go along. And so I need to essentially take this, because it's probably in here somewhere, I define that and then just save it into a different variable just in case. Fighting style. Enemy town data. Let's delete this now. Command low manpower. Wait, when do I define this? It isn't in the init? Enemy town data for the town. Target zones, town pause. I don't see. Scout handle loop. Scout handle loop. Oh, down here. Okay. Saved navigation array equals there. And this is what needs to get passed over. All the assault points get passed. The assault points get passed over. Is that what I do? That is what I do. I think that's okay then. Okay, so then do I pull? Do I set it? I do put it here. Okay, so maybe that is okay. Maybe I'm just. I needed to make sure though. Anyway. Oops, I shouldn't have closed that. We're gonna do something similar, but not exactly, because we need this corner navigation array. We got to do a little bit differently in a way that gets us to the initial frontline setup position. Okay. Group unique array. Ah. And then the assumption is move direction would be the leader get dir towards like that. So we would actually do leader get pause. I think it's distance then direction. We'll do 100. Move pause. Then we actually run this command again. And we would do very similar for each unit's X. Let's just load the same. I'm just focused on this silliness. Alright, that should be good. Then we will add a waypoint, of course, just to really make sure. You put old Dissension in. I'm sorry for your loss, Tyler. It's not great. Well, I've had two old versions of it, and then both were good in some ways, but awful in others, so I'm taking a lot more steady of approach. Sorry, I'm taking a lot more of a steady of approach for this one here. Have you been playing much ArmA? One of the longest ongoing assaults I've ever been in. Yep. That's kind of the feeling I want. I want the combat to feel slow, like you're not taking towns. Yeah. Yep. I don't want it to feel like you're taking towns really quickly, unless you really know what you're doing. That's the feeling I want. But I don't want it to be a drag. It's a very careful balance. I don't want it to be like roll into a town, you get set up, because part of that is I want players to encourage players to engage in some of the base building, some of the fortifying. Like, I want to really slow down the combat to some extent, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see how that feels. One of the ideas I have is, players can set down even aggressive respawn points if they'd like. So say if you die, if you're in the town here, you get back into the, just messing with the editor. I'll finish this and I want to ask you some questions. But I want to get it, when let's say you die in the town here, you're attacking that, if you or another player set up a respawn point in like a house, you could respawn there, but you don't respawn with a whole new kit. You respawn with what you died with. And so they give you more unique options to get back in the fight quicker, but maybe not with as much gear. So players could make little supply points or even fortify like a little respawn position would be awesome. Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid. I'm not even sure. I just want to try some unique things in ArmA that combine a lot of things really well. So one of the things that makes it frustrating to play ArmA for some players is when you go to the front line, get shot, you instantly die, and you can't respawn anywhere closer. Like I want to have more options for players. If you want to get a whole new kit, you got to go back to the barracks and drive back in. But if you have a respawn point set up closer, then you can spawn there, but you don't get a new kit. You get with what you died with. So things like that would be really fun. I just want to mess with stuff like that. You can be back in the editor. You were pretty good at making compositions and things. I finally sat down and reworked my composition system to make it not bad. Or much better, I should say. I should give it more credit than that. Okay. I should be adding in some debug stuff in here. Definitely. So... floating text debug in here. Later scout, okay. So we're just gonna do we are just going to keep it simple. I'll put this. Okay, some very simple debug, which is added. And then let's see. I'm going to do a check here because if they're closer to the extraction zone, then they need to go there. So if the leader, if the distance between the leader and the closest retreat point is less than the distance between the leader and the initial frontline pause, then do this, else tell them to run to that point. We'll get also extracted, and then if yeah. If leader distance 2D, this less than 50, then for each units X, delete vehicle. Oh, no, just delete vehicle X. Just get rid of them. Okay. Group has been extracted. All right. I'm sure there's some errors in there, but that is. We got the spawn groups done. We have the retreat groups done. And then, oh wait, I forgot. We need to return. We need to return this. And so even before I get to the orders or anything, I'm going to work on the. I just want to make sure this. Let's see if this retreat works. See if the spawning and the retreat works right now. And okay, this is going to be retreat data. It's going to be this. We're going to do params. All right, let's go retreat data. Params is going to be, first we use the assaulting, we redefine the assaulting groups, and then we redefine the retreating groups. Overriding that variable. Okay, and that should reset it. So we're going to actually even get rid of these right now. Put this off here. And I am going to add a weight. Just because I like to have, well, some breaks in between these codes when they execute. So when we check assaulting groups, I want to wait, different. Oh, I put this all in the condition. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, no, the code's gone. No, if I close it, do not save it. FSM editor sometimes is awful. Is my coding over for me? Sure, Adam, I will be more than happy. Okay, let's go take time. Let's go take time. That way you can take care of your family. So we need to have a how do we want to do this? I think time is greater than timeout. Timeout. So I think we need to do something like, instead of doing underscore t equals time, we do timeout equals time plus 5 seconds or something like that. And this means it forces it to wait 5 seconds before executing anything else. That's because I don't want to do this call over and over and over again, like every frame. So I do want to give it a breather. And then we're going to come back over here. This is just going to be what we call a knee. And a knee is just really just for our human eyes. And then it's going to come back down over here into another knee, and then eventually back to the assault loop. So then it creates exactly what we're looking for, an assault loop. And so it's going to run, it's going to check this and then check this. Right now the way it's set up is going to check this. Then it's going to keep checking the spawn groups until the assaulting group count is the group spawn limit. The group spawn limit is the same as the assaulting groups, and then it will always check the retreat group after that, because this will be satisfied, and then this, we need a condition for this. So really there's not a condition I need for this. This should always just be checking. So really we can turn this into a, I always get this weird beeping noise. I don't know what that is. Anyway, we can turn this into just a true condition. True condition just doesn't need any actual condition code, it just goes. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think this just always checks every so often. Alright, so what I'm looking for, to see if it spawns troops in, and just to get some debug code in there, we are going to just flood this console that I use with commands. Because why not? Wait, where is it? I saw that in here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So we're gonna have every time we reach, we don't need that code in there. Every time we reach this, I want to get a report on the count of assaulting troops. Assaulting groups. And then I also want to get a report on the retreating groups. And that's going to be count retreating groups, right? And that should be helpful. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. First, no errors right away. I'm expecting there's got to be some errors. I would be shocked if there wasn't. I'm going to do this for the stream. We're going to grab another. Is there a window capture here? It's just display capture? Window capture, there it is, way at the bottom. We'll do vlog. Yeah, perfect. It knows exactly what I want. Let's see. Kind of cuts it off, doesn't it? Oh no, that's fine. Ah, not that. Alright. So I'm going to be watching that in the bottom left pretty closely. So let's see where we're at first. Oh, this place always causes issues. Let's see what issues we get this time. I feel like we're going to be fixing some bugs. This way I can actually look at the debug off to my right monitor without having to Alt-Tab. Manpower, yeah. Okay, so we got ourselves factories. Here are the points. So this is the fallback point here. This is supposed to be the Overwatch position, but again, I hate that one. I need to rewrite that myself. We got Zeus enables. Okay. They are going towards their pickup. This is the scout team. Oh, did I do that bug again? I did not, thankfully. There goes the UAV. Come on, you get in there. Okay. I could accidentally move the waypoints. Whoops. Alright, there he goes. And for the sake of time, we're just going to go plop. And move him around. Alright. So it looks like team is now scouting. You can see that. And the red there at the bottom. Scouting team is now scouting. They are doing their job. Huh, you can like see my mouse over it. That's interesting. Okay. So there goes the UAV. They're gonna get to this position here. I should make these markers last a lot longer. I'm gonna do that. Capture targets. Find assault points, is that it? Yeah, I'm gonna make these last a long time. Oh, okay. Oh, almost missed that error. Retreating underscore data. Retreating somewhere. Did I not? Oh my gosh. I didn't put semicolons in here. You gotta be. Oh my. Why do I keep making that mistake today? Where else did I make that? Okay, I'm thinking of conditions, aren't I? Conditions don't require. Okay. Well, la-di-da. That's not gonna work. Um, spawning assault units. Yeah, but it's not gonna work, so we need to back out. Alright. I'm gonna actually turn down the amount of debug code that we're getting from the UAV team because it's a little ridiculous. Because it just kind of spams the log. Okay, let's try this again. So does it? Oh, it does keep it. That's wonderful. Okay, but okay. So if I mouse over it like this, cool. Okay. All right. Here we go. Spawn. Barracks. You can see in chat barracks, light factory, advanced barracks, air factory, heavy factory. Here's the resources for the west. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Commander target, spawn defensive units, and blah blah blah. West command target, Luco airfield, phase 1 staging area, Lucao. Barracks, and this kind of tells us what all the counts that it has. So far everything is going as you'd expect. And then we're going to give them the magical Zeus helping hand. Boop. 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 Yeah, I up the distance so much it checks for them to get, yeah, brought in, which is great. Alright, the vehicle's gonna go. And this is the one where we had the issue with the field, wasn't it? Was that a different town? Oh well. I'm going to help push him up closer. There he goes. He's gonna go back. Well, this is running much smoother than before. It's amazing when you work a few bugs out what happens. These static weapons. Okay, I'm gonna help. Okay, they like that point there, so they're gonna go ahead and spawn. Looks like spawn assaulting units. So if you interrupt the scout team, or you interrupt the assault team deploying, then the whole assault halts. Doesn't mean they won't just try again, but you can hold off. You can prevent a huge assault if you do that. Once they get set up, then it gets much harder. UAV's moving in. UAV's usually going to be there first, but you know, powers of teleportation are pretty strong. So we're going to grab these, and I'm going to put them over here. Boom. And then we're going to put these ones over. Yeah. Okay. These are all getting in, and yeah, I need to just change this. And I have some ideas on how to make the supply lines and things work a little bit better too. So even before, instead of just having one vehicle having to make it, having multiples that need to make it, which constantly, you know, if one gets destroyed, then they bring more protection the next time. But same story here. Uh-oh, what's going to happen here? One's returning, one's going. Oh, well, he decided to run right into that. So we are going to help him out by doing that right now. The pathing stuff I really need to figure out how to help the idiots. Okay, so we have the radar. We've got static weapons spawning. Here's an issue, but I can definitely fix this. Alright, there are the 3 barracks. Oh shit, there go the mortars. Wonderful. Let's go see if the artillery back here spawned in too. I think this artillery is too close. It's part of the problem. Where's the heavy factory? Well, let's see what they targeted. What'd they shoot at? Oh, they launched smoke here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Here's the advanced arty, which I don't... Oh! They're trying, but I don't think they can fire. Oh, they can fire! Okay, so here goes the advanced artillery's firing. Now that's gotta be a bigger explosion, right? Look at this, this is already feeling kinda cool. Oh man. There's a squad patrolling. Ooh. Oh, they put mines or something. I saw that come down. Okay, but we got an error. So let's address that error first. Under assess retreat, we have an error. For each assaulting group. And find variable and expression. Hmm? Should be defined there. Okay, let's see if it spawned in troops. Scout team is still here. This squad, these squads are still here. So this is... something doing execute right here. Oh. This aired out, that's why. This needs to be units. Units. Yeah. Okay. That's why. That's more. Huh. You finally did it. You unlocked all the wrestlers with showcase mode. Nice work, Jaka. How long did that take you? That must have taken some good effort. This new bug of barracks spawn close together? So something went wrong with that. Let's take a quick look at that because they're not supposed to spawn like that. In fact, it should have been pretty varied in their spawn position. This better safe pasta is supposed to return 3 different positions, but it's supposed to vary quite drastically. And these all like they're not right on top of each other. They are a little bit further away. How do I? 8 hours maybe? Oh, that's pretty good though. You spend. That's what you were focusing on today. Well. I'm glad you got it. That game seems pretty cool. I had to see how I would do this, so I do check pause, mid distance plus current distance, because I changed it where it starts in and progresses out. Oh. Got it. Okay. So what I can do then, it starts at the distance and goes on. Well, that's the max distance. We start the min distance plus the current distance. So we always start with the minimum distance. Increase progressive distance, do not go past max distance. Yeah. I was always going to look for a spot closest first, and then, yeah, that's what I did. And so I found 3 spots, but then spawned them close together, right? Which I kind of don't want to have happen. So that's not an issue with that, it's an issue with this. So I like the way I'm using hash maps for this, but what if I tell it to return, what's 1,000 array hash map like? Let's do that. Let's just mess with it. And there we are. Okay. Spawn pause, we will get select random. Can you select random this? Let's test this. I gotta see if I can select random this. Cause I don't know that I can. Hash maps are new and scary. Player set pause, boom. And we'll do get pause player, get pause player. Alright. You cannot select a random. How do you randomly select in the hash map? How do you select a hash map randomly? So... oh, values maybe? Oh, keys. I think keys. Select random keys hash map, I think. A lot of specific objectives you need to do depends on who's illegal in the ring and who isn't. As expected, the AI doesn't play along, which drag the match longer than you need to. Yep, I want to unlock the Array, Mysterious Sun, and Bathista. Fun game though, not gonna lie, I miss playing wrestling games, and I love the fact we can actually unlock new skins and some hidden wrestlers by just doing these off-beaten path game modes. Oh. If you beat them in 2 separate matches. I never knew you were so into that. That's good though. Okay, so that works. Seems pretty fast too. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Play. I've been playing a lot of Stellaris with Andy. He doesn't play local. Yeah? Man, Stellaris has come a long way. I was just talking about this earlier on stream. Oh, did he not send me? I'm probably gonna stop streaming here soon myself. I might get some dinner. I'm gonna see. Check this out, Jack. Check this out. We'll see if it what happens. Oh, they're in one of the worst spots though. Alright. Let's make sure that these respond. Yep. Man, you know, there's so many expectations now, like if ArmA 4 gets released, they need to have a Zeus. Like they need to have, you know, a Zeus mode or you know, a nice 3D editor and all these things. I was just thinking about that, like yeah, that's why I don't think ArmA 4 is coming out anytime soon. A nice arsenal, you know, functioning arsenal would be nice. Are you judging? Alright, well this isn't the part I want you to see, but the scout team is getting ready to go in. And for the sake of time, I'm just speeding this up. So they are cached. Oh, some break. There it goes. Okay, don't run them over, please. Alright, so we're gonna pretend that it dropped them off. Yeah, they better have. Don't run over the. Come on. You know better. Scout team's gonna look for a good spot. Oh, there's a bunch of guys right here. Yeah, I gotta get the spawning to be a little bit. I have some squads patrolling around, but then have these buildings be garrisoned. Okay. So they're gonna make it to that point. Deploy basic infantry. Okay, so they have the assaulting troops gonna be coming in now. So the scout team's happy and they have a good position to check on their UAV. They're gonna get set up. UAV's gonna go in, spot targets. We're deploying basic infantry now. Spawn assaulting units. There they are. Again, we're going to speed them up by giving them a little boop, little maneuver like that. Up like that. Get them all inside the vehicle. Everyone please get warped inside. Thank you, thank you. Boop. Who are we waiting on? And bop. Okay. So he is going to go there. Again, for sake of time. And avoiding the terrible AI, we're going to move this up there. Oh. What is that? Oh, because I blew up the... It's fine. Let's see what this error is, though. Final result. Well, that's the create FOB. Line 39. Spawn pause. That doesn't make sense. Final results not even a part of. Is that better safe? Well, that's part of this. Oh, it's probably because something blew up. Anyway, that's fine. It didn't cancel everything. Great. Okay, so we have that spawned in, but did it stop the tents from spawning? Oh, there goes the artillery shooting. Let's see what those hit. It looks like the camps weren't fully made because it looks like one of the leaders died or something, which just prevented. And as you can see, they bugged out. There's in there like a weird animation. Oh, that's awesome. It's referencing something that doesn't exist, so that's a problem. These guys are still here. Oh, it's the scout team. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like this spawned in and it killed maybe, I don't know. What would have happened there? Why did that error out? Let's make sure it wasn't something in this code. I did this just fine. Better safe pause. Because we know. And we just ran this code. So like here's the same code here. Except with just the player. Count, spawn, pause. Oh, interesting, because sometimes it may not have generated enough points. I'm running that 1,000 times and it doesn't generate enough points, really. There's something wrong with that code. If count return ray, because you can count a hash map, right? Yeah. Do I need to? Yeah, so you can count a hash map. So why is that exiting? If pass, then set string I. Was it because I string it? No, it should be fine. That's how you do it with hash maps. That's the final result, which is an array. Passes true. Pass false. Is flat empty. Is it because it's flat empty only can be executed? It's only been executed so many times. Is that the problem? No. Interesting. Okay. Something is funky. Something's real funky. Insert hash map set. Key hash map key. Keys. Number, even numbers can be, so it doesn't have to be, so it could even just be this. Set I final result. Wait. Interesting. I see why that's such a high number. Okay. Yeah, look at that. If you do that with such high, it does lock it up. Okay. This little multiple thing. Yeah, it's not very great. It's keeping this to 1,000 keeps it from being a really heavy function. I think for this we want to do we have multiples of current distance. Yeah, I think I'll just like this. Oh, new Warhammer game that came out, Warhammer 40,000 Cascade, the 100s. I did not, I've not seen that, no. Just asking for 1,000. It's very demanding. What 100? About 5. Yeah, that's more reasonable. So if I want a 50. Okay, so we've kind of fixed that, but I think I'm just going to rewrite that. No. I see why this broke though now. I'm gonna leave that off. That's good for like infantry maybe, placing infantry but not big structures that I want to be having their own place. So we're going to get rid of that. This one. duplicate that and do that. So we spawn, pause, and then we're just going to do this. And then let's do for minimum away. We can do like random, like 50. And then 200 out, so that way each time it'll be a little bit different. Spawn pause should be working just fine. Perfect. Okay, that should fix that issue. Oh, what's happening up here? They're fighting. Last one, and then I want to go play some things. I think that should fix the errors though. Give me a good spot. Okay, alright, this is a good spot. Look to now. Come on. Give me control. Give me control. Do it. Come on. There it is. Okay. Scout team is in there. Deploying basic infantry. Wonderful. We have these guys going. Okay. And they get there. Just for the sake of that, remove them out. Okay, so we got, that's much better. Barracks, 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 with a generator nearby. There's the radar tower, which we'll have to animate that. And then these squads should actually be getting deleted soonish. So here's a static weapon spawning in. The mortars are in here, back here. And we got artillery call, static weapon spawn, okay. Fob spawn, static weapon spawn, artillery call, okay. Oh, the UAV's not even in position yet. It went a little too fast, I think. But the UAV, you can tell as it gets into position, it starts really noticing these things a lot better. Advanced artillery call. So let's see, here they are. Looks like they're gonna shoot. Fired a shot. Let's see what they targeted. The mortars didn't fire because the UAV wasn't in position yet, so they had no targets to shoot at. Oh, watch out! Whoa! What is that going for? Oh, they took out that. Oh, this is an error here I gotta fix. Damn. Looks like the spawn assault squad aired out. Because this, I believe, needs to be like that. Spawn assault squad. So I always am crazy with the brackets. I don't know if I can fix that now and have it still. Yep, it does. Fixed it. Perfect. So we can see now we have 2 assaulting groups going. Right here. We got 2 assaulting groups. They're going to be moving in. Well, not yet because they're not set up. But what I'm going to do is put them like over here and then kill half of them. And see what happens. I can't believe that weapon shot from all over there and it got that vehicle. That's insane. Sometimes the AI is awesome. Alright, let's put these guys over here. Let's put them right here. And let's put another squad like here. This is the scout team here still, so. And then we are going to kill 4 of them. And they get removed from the assault groups. But they did not be put into a retreat group. And another group spawned in already. Okay. So we seem to... Let me kill like everyone except for the leader. Okay. Oh, I see. It's kind of working. Yeah. It's kind of working, but something went wrong because you can see that I was going to kill these squads off entirely. Their waypoints are messed up, so then it spawns in other squads as needed. Yeah. That's perfect. So that part of it is working. We're getting very close. Something's wrong with the retreat groups. Now the nice thing about using scripts is that I can come in here and take a look at the... Where is it? Oh, I still have it open. Yeah, the assess retreat. So let's hint system chat format. Let's go ahead and hint this out and see what this is providing us. And it looks like that's giving us what we need. Alright, so that's not that is the issue. So it's pulling the correct corner navigation. It's putting them into careless. I was adding a waypoint, but you think get pause leader, assaulting groups. Oh, is this why? I think this is why. We're editing the, okay, remove groups. We're editing the assaulting groups array as we're, yeah, we can't do this. We will push them back into the retreating group, but then after the fact we need to remove them afterwards, so we're not editing the array as we're working on it, right? So let's go ahead and recompile that. Yeah, it doesn't explain why. Well, it could. Delete or pause for each assaulting group. So this just pulls the group. It doesn't put the retreating above their head either, so there might be like an error in there. Maybe that was the error. Oh. Why aren't you shooting these guys? And then sometimes AI is just stupid as bricks. Like, you're on a static weapon, open fire. See, that's just so weird. Sometimes AI are just so stupid. Like, do they shoot at all? If I spawn this guy right in front of him, will he shoot? Look at that. I don't... Who knows why that is? We're gonna push these guys back right now. Okay. So we have assess retreat. It's saying we have 2 assaulting groups, which is perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and kill these guys. Okay, we get the retreating symbol above his head. Now the retreating groups is still saying it's 0, which is not great. And then the waypoint they're trying to run to is way down there, which is still not great. But it looks like they're almost moving to the right. The do move command almost seems like it's... Center, radius, and index. Whoops. Let's just leave the index off and see what happens. It's interesting that we push this back. And this should reset the retreating group's variable. Doesn't seem to quite do that, so before what we'll do is even system chat format. System chat format that back. And then we will also system chat format this back. Ah, this is so much faster to debug. Okay, so here's the new squad. Put them over here. Let's kill half of them. Oh! Yep, that was the issue. I was editing it on the fly. Retreating groups now just says delete me. So this command is messing up here. So this should only be executing if... So if, for each of the retreating groups, if the number of alive of the units X, if 1 is greater... Oh, wait a second. Got it. Talking on stream is like the rubber ducky method. We are going to go ahead and try it again. Here's a new group 24. I feel bad, actually, about this. So they're going to take heavy casualties. They're going to be told to be retreating. Okay, now we can see the number here. It says retreating groups 1. And now we have new assaulting groups that spawned in. You can see they're just running. And, hey! Okay. I like that. And again, for the second time, going to speed up that movement. You can see they're not really caring about formation at all either. Okay, but they will wait for the squad leader to get there. I like that. Alright. I'm gonna get them even closer, so let's make sure they actually despawn. Almost extracted. So it's saying, hey, they're almost out. They're going to here. I should just delete them. Yep. Cool. That's awesome. So let's see what that looks like. Let's let them fight somebody. Well, will they engage actually, or what are they doing? Yep, okay, so let's let them fight and see what happens. Let's just start retreating. I'm going to pull these back. This is all vanilla AI so far, by the way, so like, look at this guy. He's just running away. This is loud. Okay, 3 down, 1 more loss, and they're going to start retreating. Some smoke. Oh, Blue Force finally killed a single dude. And wow. There's a little bit of a defilade. Alright. Let's tell them to rush in. And the defenders come out in onesies and twosies, by the way. Not the assaulters. They come out in groups. Alright. Let's force them to push in. See, now this is getting interesting. So no retreating groups. Oh! Ah! Okay, they're retreating. Let's see what they do underneath fire. They're being told to retreat. Oh no, is anyone gonna make it? Are you gonna make it? Run! Run! Go! Keep going! Keep going! Oh no! Oh, he tried. He tried. But they got up and ran. He just got hit from the back. Okay. I'm thinking of... I'm very happy about that. It's just the small things that make it look just so much better. That looks stupid. I like a civilian would do that, but... Let's just do this and see what happens out of curiosity, since we can edit it so easily on the fly. I want to see what this animation looks like in combat. Alright, so we're going to just get the squad and the morale, they're pushing up, maybe is the story. Alright, so they're like right here, they're fighting or something. They get hit by, I don't know, some kind of mortar strike. And kills a chunk of them. Oh, well, hold on. I did something wrong here. Expected object. Oh. Oops. Alright, let's try that again. So we have, here's our new group. Man, this is just printing groups for me to torture. This is awful. Alright, so they're moving up. They get hit by a mortar or something, and they lose a good chunk. And then they go to retreating. God, that looks so dumb. Have panic. That's panic. Run or sprint. Like, can we make them do this one instead? Let's see. If not, I'm just going to increase their movement speed. They just look kind of dumb otherwise. Okay, so here is a squad. We're going to do a similar situation. That looks better, but I'm not really sold on it. Like, you can tell they're retreating, but it just looks something like you should see civilians do, not trained. Not trained soldiers, but I mean, they're keeping their head down, which is kind of cool, actually, and from a distance. Yeah, you know, from a distance, I kind of like it. I'm not sure about this one, this decision. This is just a small detail. And I said I wouldn't be worrying about small details, but... Anyway, okay. I want to take a break here and check. This is a really good start. I do want to keep doing some more because I'm getting pretty excited now about this as well. To have these groups start to move in and doing things and start assaulting. But we got the respawn in, we got the retreating in, which is important because that removes squads, takes them out of combat and adds some more human elements to them as they're retreating. So, and then even having defenders retreat as well would not be a bad idea. So I can imagine having some defenders retreat where the AI retreats into like a building or something, and then once they get there, you delete the AI and you spawn an agent instead that looks like them, and then takes their gear and everything and drops it on the ground. Agents don't take up a lot of AI capacity, so they like maybe a surrender, and you could find some of them afterwards and interrogate them or whatever for information. But okay, and these guys are gonna get back, and I need to complete. Okay, I need to have the waypoint thing completion radius increased, but waypoint completion radius increased for retreating forces. Okay, we didn't complete the attacking. We did work on that today. We did fix that. We did do that. Oh no, we didn't do that. Didn't do that. We did a good amount. Alright. Boom. That good chunk right there. Let's make sure that they actually get... Oh yeah, look at that. I need to change that so when the squad is gone or whatever that they it gets deleted. Okay. There's the darter. That's awesome. So then we can have, then they spawn up here and they just will push in, and we need to do things like players can either sneak up on this and hit it, or hit it from afar, these generators, and blowing these up is what, like kill it? Like killed it, yeah. And getting rid of these is what is going to slow down the assault. And I want to make it so you can't just arty it as well, so I want them to be more greatly spaced out, I think. So at least if you're going to use arty, that you need to spot it. And then I want to get more advanced things, like even need to get UAV support in here, and that would be really cool to have things that shoot down. Like an Iron Dome kind of thing would be awesome. So there's a lot of things you could do. I'm excited for this. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is just get like a full power force. So welcome back, Chuck. I just have to get off, but I was telling you I did not hear about that game. No. What kind of... I'm going to look it up after. I'm about to be done streaming, so I can just, you know, chit-chat or something. But if it's... You know, I haven't really looked at the Warhammer games because a lot of them have just been such ass. But, anyway. I am going to call the coding done here, because I got a lot done and got some good ideas. The retreating's in. I will show the retreating one more time, the retreating mechanic one more time, that's kind of cool. So let's have a squad here, and we'll just have Blue 4 attack this squad, and let's see what happens. I'll take a 40k. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too interested in it then. But it's weird. Okay. I'll have to look at it. Look it up after this. Gameplay's being praised, but the people mostly puzzling or just nitpicking the lore stuff. Oh, yeah, lore stuff doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, it does, and to some extent, I guess I could see, but for gameplay perspective. Okay. Look at this guy. We're gonna pretend they take lots of losses. Bam, bam. Where are they gonna retreat to? Okay. It looks like the animations is bugged out, actually. Why am I way down there? They should be going that way. But it looks like his animation bugged out. Yeah. You see that? Yeah, this is the issue with these animations. So we can't use these animations. Is that friendly firing? It literally causes them to panic. That's ridiculous. Okay. So we tried those animations, but I think we'd be better off just making them run faster. It's a full sprint out, so. Let's try that. Let's try a 2.5 animation speed coefficient. So if someone is trying to retreat, so they're here, they're fighting, they take a lot of losses. Oh wait, this is the scout team. They don't care. Just good. They're here. They take a lot of losses. They go to retreat. Oh, that's too fast. Get out of there. Oh, look at him go. These ones are like normal speed. This guy's just chugging along. I think just 1.75 would be fair. 5. It's a little too fast. Oh my gosh, look at him go. The madman. I mean, XCOM, I guess they can, you know, yeah, that's better. If they can get the feeling of XCOM pretty good, then yeah, I can't imagine it being awful gameplay. It just depends if it feels repetitive after a while. I feel like XCOM needs a lot of like good quality of life features. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop streaming here. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm gonna continue this. And next time we do this, we're gonna start getting them to actually start going in and assaulting the towns, taking towns, calling supports, all that thing. We're gonna do the whole shebang first. Artillery, mortars, helicopter, jets, using helicopter, yeah, even heli support as in maybe calling in for reinforcements outside of just these barracks. We'll actually fly units in and land them certain zones maybe. So creating logic for that would be a good idea. All sorts of things we can do to make the assaults feel just dramatic as well. So, all right.